Rockford police arrest two teens following a traffic stop early Sunday morning. It happened in the 1200 block of Jackson Street at 12:30. Police say they took two 14-year-old males into custody, one without incident and the other was taken into custody after he ran off. One of the teens was released to his parents and is charged with criminal trespass to a vehicle. The other teen is being held in juvenile detention and is charged with felony theft, resisting arrest, and possession of a stolen vehicle.